Good morning, everyone. I'm just sorting myself out. We seem to have darkness on the bottom of the screen here. Excuse me coming into your face quite like this. We want to go down the front. No, that's the wrong way. We want to go the other way. We'll try that. Hopefully that's okay. I'm sitting right in front of his face. Right, I just need to find me on the laptop now and let everybody gather. So that I can read your comments on here and talk to you on there. So hopefully we get this round the right way this week. There we are. That's where I need to be. I want to be in there. And I need to turn the volume off on there. Where's the volume? No, that's not the volume. I'm having a moment. I'm having a moment. There we go. Turn that off. Because I don't need to hear me. Because I can hear me because I'm talking, aren't I? Good morning, everybody. I'll just wait for a few people to come over. I know I'm gone on a bit early today. Because I've been having a bit of a problem with sunlight. How awful is that to say? So we'll just give it a little minute, and you must excuse me. I've got a bit of, I don't know if I've got a sniffy nose or not, or what. So where are we? Morning, Debbie. Good morning. You seem to be the first one up this morning. Well done. Oh, here we go. There we go. So we've got Margie's up. Bright and sunny pool. Well, Debbie, do you know what? It is bright and sunny here as well. It's absolutely fabulous. Completely clear blue sky. And I've just spent the last 10 minutes fighting. I've hardly seen any of Julia's stuff. Putting screens on the window because the sun's so bright. Couldn't see anything on the camera. It was a bit of a nightmare, really. Right, so who else have we got coming in? We've got all sorts of you coming over. This is lovely. Who have we got? Wendy. Good morning, Wendy. Pamela. Julia, morning, darling. I'm sorry I missed most of yours because I was running around here like a headless chicken. I'll explain that all in a minute. What are we going to go? Lish, morning, Lish. It's flipping up. Lish and Carol and Sonia and Sarah Jane. Lisa, Judith. So you're all sort of coming across now, which is lovely to see. I don't know if I'm coming or going. Bit of a headless today. I've got a whole heap of gear here. Julia was saying like surprise deliveries. Well, every delivery in my life is a surprise. We order things so far ahead. And I'm not very organised, and my brain cell isn't very good at remembering things. So what tends to happen is I order things and think, oh, that's lovely, that will be in whenever, and properly forget. And then it comes in whenever, and I think, oh, did I order that? And then I'll look at that and think, oh, I love that one. I must have had a good moment there. So I am a bit of a bugger for this. So this week I've had all sorts on, in the last fortnight, I should say, because obviously I talk to you fortnightly. I've had all sorts arrive. Some of which I remember ordering, some of which I don't. So we had one delivery arrive, and I'm like, okay, I've sort of taken the outer wrap off it, and I've looked at it, and I'm like, ooh, yes, yeah, all nice, and what the hell is that? And there was one bolt in amongst it, and I'm like, there's no way in a million years I've ordered that, because it's just not me, just not me. So there's no paperwork and anything. Anyway, backwards and forwards and all the rest of it. Finally sorted out. No, I hadn't ordered it. It wasn't me off my head. It was a mispick in the warehouse. So they can have that one back. They even offered it me at a reduced price. No, I don't want it. It's not anything that I would use. So anyway, in between times, we've had loads of stuff come in. Right, so that's given you a few minutes to come over. It's such a lovely day today. I'm not expecting hundreds of you yet this minute. It's too nice out there. I can just hear Paul cutting grass. How lovely is that? Right, anyway, so what have we got? I'm gonna repeat what I did in the van. All right, so a little runner here I did. that could be Christmas or non-Christmas, depending. I'm going to bring him up there like that. Doobie-doobie-doo. Using all those gorgeous fabrics and making use of their design. I did show you this from the van. I was over at the Winter Fair, wasn't I? Across the road in the showground. So there's a little kit for that. All those fabrics are available individually on my website, which is abbieanne.com. All right, so you can go over there and pick any individual. But I did do a kit for this. What is there? Okay, all the different fabrics that you need. And I've also put in that one a nice sort of goldy shiny thread, which is what I did the applique with. Next thing is, there's no price on it because I can't remember. If you'd have seen me, as I say in here beforehand this morning, I don't know if I've been coming or going. It is over on the website. I want to say it's about 29. I could be wrong, 31 or something like that. But I know there's loads of fabric in there. It's really quite heavy. You've got more than enough to make that runner a little bit longer if you want. All right, so that's just sort of a recap from last time. I'm sorry, I am so disorganised today. Oh, yeah, and while I'm thinking of it, okay, is that around the right way? Quilting gloves, all right? So, we have 3 sizes. I've not put these on the website for sale. These are actually as little freebies. These will be free gifts to anyone that orders today. And possibly for the foreseeable future. There's 3 sizes there, so we've got a small, a medium and a large. So if you're ordering, put a little note to me, do you want a small, a medium and a large, and you'll get one of those free. All right, if you don't tell me what size, you'll just get the first pair I pick up and put in. Right, okay, so what have we got to show you? You can't see this, I've got a heap of gear here. Right, first of all, we've got a pussycat. And he's rough gorgeous, and I need to stroke him a lot. This is a panel, just the inner is the panel. All right, I want to say he's £16, but he could be 14 at the minute because I've put him on an offer. I've bordered him with a little bit of black, and then this, I don't know if you can see this gorgeous fabric around the outside, the greens and the sunflowers and that. They come in as an ombre, right? So first of all, where did I put that? Well, you just have to look at that one at the back because I can't hold one up because it's behind. So that is the cat panel. Did I write a price? No, I didn't write a price. See, did you know I'm just not with it? There's too much here. When that arrived, I'm too busy going, ooh, I want to make something. Look, the sun's coming in again. It's moved. I apologise. There's not a lot I can do about that now. I've got blanks all over the windows here, so sorry about. I'm not going to apologise for sunshine. Sunshine's gorgeous. Right, so ombre fabric now. This is gorgeousness. So the actual repeat on it is 1.6 meters. Okay. So I will do, and the backs like that. I haven't got on there yet. I can't put it as a fat quarter because it's not really a quarter. But for the moment, I've put them on as a whole 1.6 meters. All right, because it's gorgeous. Why wouldn't you want 1.6 meters of it? So that's the orangey one, which I know is not everybody's colour. See, to me, you could put that on the back of a. I'm going to put one on the back of him, on the back of a quilt, or just quilt him as he is because he's just lovely. And then there's the green. Oh look, I've put a price on here. So there are meters. I got organised. They're 1.6 meters across, and obviously your normal width, which is I think is 110 wide. They're £16.50, which works out 15 something for a metre. So there we go. I think that's lovely. And what I've done around the cat is I've just cut strips and taken the dart and moved it around. So that's rather gorgeous. So as my little bit of paper, my sticky label says, that's £16.50. All right. So that's just new, and it's, I can't tell you how vibrant and happy these colours are. Well, I can tell you, but I can't stress it. That's probably what I should say. So that's those, and they go with the Pussycat. All right, now the next thing that also sort of goes with the Pussycat. Oh God, let me just get a heap here. I've got several heaps all lined up here. So stained glass sunflowers, this is called. Now I've put these on at £14 a metre. They should be a lot more. All right, look at that. Oh, I just love that. So that's what I've used in the corners, yeah, on that one. And we just love that. So that goes with the cat as well. All right, I'll look at all your comments in a minute. I just thought I'll show you this range, and then I'll answer any queries if that's good. So then we have, now this is Gigi in the garden, so that must be Gigi the cat. This is stained glass abstract circles. This is the range that sort of goes with him as well. Look at that. How fabulous is that? And I'm going to take all of these off, and then I'm going to worry. I've taken all my labels off. There's the green. This one is just gorgeous, but you all know I love purples. Look at that. Oh, these are sort of the mixes that go with it. When we're picking our ranges, they have like loads within them. I very rarely pick a whole range because there's quite often stuff in there that I don't like. My thoughts behind that very often are, if it doesn't sell, I've got to use it. So I've got to like it, haven't I? I can see that as underwater, all sorts of loveliness with fishes and stuff. So that's all of those. So they're all on the website as meterage. So you can buy them half a metre at a time. And they are £14 a metre, so £7 a half metre there. But what I've done, because they're just so gorgeous, I've been chopping up as well this week, same as Julia's been doing, bless her. There's 6 fat quarters there, all right? So just for a couple of days, instead of 21, they're 18. Bearing in mind, I've already got them on fairly cheap for you, because I try never to overcharge for anything. So my prices tend to be a little bit under everybody else's anyhow. Right, let me just have a little quick look at whatever's behind and comments. Right, morning, morning, morning. Where did I get to? Sarah Jane, Kim, morning, Sue, Stella, Rosemary, Sue, Sonia. Yes, we've got the sunshine rainbow. It's good. Nothing wrong with a rainbow. I quite like that idea. Morning, Janet. The sun is shining and brightened too, so that's lovely. Love the cat. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Cat panel fabrics are stunning. Elaine, yes, I do believe they are. And how easy would it be to quilt him? Because you've got all your lines there. You don't actually have to do an awful lot. And in the yellowy area around, I partly made this one up because I'm hoping that this is going to go for a Christmas present. But in the back here, I'm just going to take the design of the sunflower and bring it across here a bit in stitch, so that is filled in and with lots of lovely quilting. All right, so that's what I'm going to do with that one. I need to go now. We'll catch up later. All right, Lish, darling, have a nice day. And Liz, morning. Carol, Sheila. Right, so I think I've caught up on there. Yeah, right, so there, and Sharon, get well soon, darling. Hope your was good. So what have I got to show you next? Right, okay. Oh, we'll carry on in the same vein. I obviously was on one, so that's those same pack, and they're fat 8s. Okay, now I do believe they're on at a stupid as well. I've got bits of paper. It doesn't mean to say I know what I'm doing with them. Right, so they're £9 instead of £10.50. So if you just fancy adding a little bit of colour and splash into your stash, then the ideal 8s. Now that sort of reminds me about the mystery quilt coming up, and a couple of other patterns I've done recently, where we're going to use a lot of your scrap, but you could always do with a nice bit of bold in there as well. So that might be a consideration for a purchase then. All right, so that's that. Now, what have we got next? I think I showed you this when I was over at the showground. I can't remember the name of it. I can't remember the price of it because I literally just found it about 2 minutes before I went live. So, for those cat lovers out there, how gorgeous is that? I quite fancy, I'm going to cut them and then I'm going to sort of log cabin-ish around with scraps so that it gets loads and loads of colour going on. But make sure that I'm going to leave a little bit of that dark blue around so that it frames each one and then stuff all around it. So I think that's going to be really good. I can't remember the price of that. I'm so sorry. It is over on my website, Abbieanne.com. All right. I've obviously had a moment with the pussycats because obviously Gorgeousness himself, Tom, Black Cat Tom, lives in here. He's sat at the door waiting to come in, but I've locked the door because actually there's people about and I don't need them wandering in because I don't think I'll go with somebody wandering in today. I might say something I shouldn't. So yeah, so Pussycat Panel is also on the website, Abbieanne.com. All right. Okay, next Pussycat. This is lovely. They're all lovely, or I wouldn't buy them. You can tell how many different, these are all from different suppliers. And everything arrived all at once as normal. Look at this. This is actually quite, I call that quite tasteful. So that's all your pussycats, all your gingers and your blacks, and they're just fabulous. Whose is that? That's Camelot Designs, that one. I love it. Did I put that on a special? Oh, I put that on at £14 a metre, which is a very good price anyway. So £7 a what's it do fee. And I think I may well, it's called Quirky Cats, this one. I might have put Quirky Cats at a bit of an offer for today. Says she, packed cats, did you? Yeah, I think I did. Again, Abbieanne.com. You can tell I like cats, can't you? Right, so that's that one. And then there's more cats. So this one is called Quilted Cats. Packed Quilted Cats. Look at the fabulous vibrancy of this one as well. This is a Timeless Treasures. So Timeless Treasures fabrics tend to be, I'm afraid, a little bit more expensive. They come in from the Netherlands to me anyway, and others. And it basically it costs. So that's actually £8.50 a half metre, so £17 a metre, and it could have been a lot more. So I've tried to keep that as reasonable as I can. I absolutely love that one. And there's another one that goes with it. You can tell it's not English because it's, this is me being naughty, should I even say it? It's a Sophisticat and it's called Tossed Cats. So can you imagine your cat's in the frying pan? It's not a good look, is it? There we go. Can you see that one? Which way up? I don't know that there is literally a way up. But this one obviously goes with that one. And is rug. I've got plans for this. One of the other things that I've been doing this week, in between everything else, is doing up some samples for next year's quilt shows where I'm teaching, and we have to have this all planned that far ahead and all the samples made. So this one particularly, Little Pussycats, I'm going to be doing, how to explain it, I think I'm going to probably title it like Crazy Patchwork, Clothes Patches and Brooches. So make your own patch if you've got a hole, or you need. Do you remember our denim jackets? We used to have all sorts of patches all over it. And I thought, oh, we could do some patches for clothes and jeans and jackets and bags and whatever else you want. So we've only got an hour, so we're going to iron on. We're going to chop lots of little bits up. We're only going to have a small amount, and we're going to iron onto some lovely felt. So this is iron on felt that I keep here. Look, it's beside me where I've been using it, which is rather good. So we're going to iron it onto the back of that. And then we're going to do, like, I want to say cancer stitching or borrow or whatever you want. So loads of stitching, but it could be anywhere, in any direction, in any way. And I think those cats are going to look fabulous as little brooches. So that's what I've been doing this week, in between everything else. Oh, and that also then leads me on to, what's the time anyway? Oh, we're okay. On to, I had a bit of a moment the other night when I was wide awake. And I did put on Facebook, is anybody up for insomnia quilting? This is what I do in the middle of the night. If I'm wide awake and I can't do anything, I sit and stitch. I think Julia's probably the same, or awake very early hours. And I thought, what if I did some lives in the middle of the night? I think there was a lady, she used to do midnight quilting, didn't she? But hers was on like a regular thing. I'm just thinking, when I'm awake and I'm doing a bit, I might actually just go live and show you what I'm doing. I've been waiting since that post for something to arrive. I've got this thing's arrived that sits around your neck that I can put my phone into, that you can see what I'm doing without having to actually see me in a state in the middle of the night, but you can see what I'm doing. All right, I'll just talk to you. So watch out for impromptu lives in the middle of the night. They'll be quite interesting. Right, what have we got here? Nice scarf. Thanks, Lish. That was very kind of you. Jill. Battery flat, can't find my charger. Hope to catch up. Well, hopefully you've caught up when you're listening to this later. Cats would be lovely in attic windows, wouldn't they, Stella? They'd be fabulous. I like the cat fabric too, but not always sure how best to use them. Carol, do you know what? You just chop them up and use them like any other bit of fabric. Unless you're fussy cutting something, yeah? And it will come out and it will be fabulous. Just don't use tiny, tiny pieces. Slightly larger pieces, and then just chop them. That's all you need to do. And don't worry about directionals. Over a whole quilt, it will happen and it will work, believe me. Right, next thing, more cats. This is one that I've had before. This is a black and white laundry cat, I think they call it, or something. Yeah. Now, for those of you that like and have made my pattern, which is Black Cat Tom, sat on my table here looking at my fabric, so Shop Cat, that's the fabric that I use for the borders that everybody's been asking for. So that's back in stock and on the website if anybody wants. All right, so that's quite a nice, useful, not in your face. Then what have we got? Do you know, there's so much. Then I had come in a bit like Julia. I had loads of William Morris come in, different to Julia's. Now this is a range, what is it called? Willow Bough. All right, so this is from the V&A collection. I don't know that you can actually see that. It's like a really good mixer. So I've had that come in 6 colours. All right, so they're very affordable. They're only £12 a metre anyway. All right, and there's a dark blue and a teal, which is particularly gorgeous. And this lovely like pistachio green, which is good. So V&A. So I've done them as fat quarters. There's 6 of them. So instead of 15 quid, it's 12 quid. Oh, so they're £10 a metre. There we go. Sorry, they're only £10 a metre as mixers. I thought that was really good. Yeah, so that's available meterage or fat quarters. And I think I've probably, or will do, fat 8s just for little bits again. I'm sort of rushing up now because I'm aware I've only got 7 minutes and I've still got a load here. Sweet blooms. Now this is quite cute. Now I'm into spring mode here, as you can tell. Christmas has sort of gone by the by. I'm into spring. Look how gorgeous that one is. And I have to say, Tracy, I did think of you, darling. Strawberries. She'll know why. And then cherries. They are so fresh looking. I don't know how to explain, just fabulously fresh looking. So they're on meterage as well, and they're they're the ones that are £12 a metre, all right. So they're all available as meterage, half meters, or as fat quarter packs. And the fat quarter pack is £10 instead of £12 this weekend, all right. So over at Abbieanne.com, and if you go through the fabric, no, you go through the icony bits. If you look at 3Amigos, you'll find everything that I've done on there, but you will find everything within fabrics and stuff as well, all right. So I do have a few, if anybody's needing, a few of these left, again, over on the website. So if you still need to make your Christmas stockings, they're quite a good thing. You get 2 in a panel. And I have a few Christmas traditional looking advents, but there's probably a bit late now, so because bearing in mind tomorrow's the 1st, isn't it? But that's okay, we'll just pop them away for future. So that's good. Right, okay, bags of stuff. I've got a few left from last week. I made up a whole, I think I made up 3 lots. I've got a few left, so that one's actually got a nice purse with scissors and things in, and there's 3 meters of fabric, there's patterns, there's magazines, there's all sorts of stuff. So there's a few of them available over on the website. There's no Christmas ones now. There is just the normal bags of stuff. They're 35 instead of probably 70-ish quid. I'm not making anything on them, it's just clearing things through. Okay, what else do I have to say? Well, Julia, if you're still watching, darling, I have to say thank you. A huge thank you to Julia over at Crosspatch. Look what arrived in the post yesterday. I'm so chuffed with this. When we were on retreat last time, don't forget our retreats, folks, they're good fun. I was whinging because Joe, who we also call Elf, had one of these from Julia, and it was gorgeous. And so I demanded one, and it's come. Isn't she gorgeous? She had Julia had another sample at home, and she said if she found it, it would appear, and it appeared. So thank you. I am so chuffed with that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that's really cool. What else? A while back, I don't know if anyone saw on Facebook yesterday, I've changed one of the thingies at the top of my page. I had a thank you card from somebody with a little thing in. So I played with the little thing in. And I've put it out on my Facebook. Thank you, Angela. I think that's really cool. That just looks like me walking through one of the shows to go and do some teaching, because I have a little trolley that I pull with all my gear in. And she's got me to a tea there. I thought that's fabulous. Thank you very much. So that's the thank yous. Where are we? We've got 3 minutes left. Okay, I'll pop this over onto YouTube when it's done. So as Julia always says, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It keeps us up and doing and running, and hopefully in everybody's face. Facebook, please like and share. Please, please, please like and share. It's always, always appreciated. It really is. Without your support, us little businesses wouldn't be here. And it's a struggle for everybody at the minute, as we all know. So even if you can't buy anything, like it, share it, comment on it, and it keeps us up so that everybody can see us. So we really appreciate that. You'd be surprised how much good that does for us. All right. There's all of that lot that I've shown. You can't see the heap here. It's a bit of a mess. Absolutely masses of new and loveliness. Freebies this week and for the foreseeable probably. All right. So your quilting gloves, they're usually £6 a pack, I think. Just tell me small, medium and large, and anybody that purchases anything will be getting a pair of them. All right, so that's that. What else have I got to do? 2 weeks time, I don't know where I am or what I'll be doing, but I'll be here and talking to you, I'm sure. Mystery quilt, I'm halfway through making. That will be ready for everybody to start signing up from Christmas Eve. So if you've got a Christmas present coming up and you're not sure what or why or how, consider it. Ask somebody to buy it for you. You can have either just the patterns every month, or you can have a part kit, because I'm saying a part kit because this time you're using your own stash with some of mine. All right, so you can have that and the patterns. Sanford Arundel up in Somerset. Don't forget, I teach up there once a month in Somerset. If anybody wants to come and play with us, that's really, really jolly. Right, what we got there? Now need the clear up picture as well. Okay, hi Abby, love your beautiful, thank you. Love the bag from Julia. I love the bag from Julia. Beautiful, morning. That's okay. Anybody that's late in, this will be on Facebook again for you to look at anyway, and I will put it over onto YouTube. Right, do you know what? I'm going to give up at that point. I've still got masses on here, and we'll just come back to that another time, because I've only got a minute, and then you're over to Andy at Crafty UK. Don't forget, retreats are up and available to anyone. So again, Christmas presents, go book them. Shout us if you need any details. Thank you to Julia over at Crosspatch for starting us off this lovely sunny Sunday, and it is gorgeous out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for any purchases. I'll get them in the post as soon as possible. And then we're going to be off over to Andy somewhere, I would hope, sunny Norfolk, I would imagine. So you need to go and catch him over at Crafty UK, all right? One thing left to say, have a fabulous, fabulous day, week, year, anything. See ya. I'm going to come forward and turn you off.